there are certain blessings in this dunya, treasures in this dunya. The Mashayikh say, in the light of the prophetic guidance, that certain things, certain blessings are in dunya which you will not find it in Jannah. You will be surprised that what is that? Farmaya, many have the wrong mindset towards dunya, this world, and view good deeds as burdensome, but if they understand this secret, then they will value what can be found in dunya. What is it? We are sent in dunya, in this world, to find something that we cannot obtain in paradise. It is us to find hidden treasures. What is that? What are those things which you cannot find in Jannah, which you find only here? And you should benefit from here. And that's what Syyiduna Imam Hussain radiallahu anhu showed. Number one, sacrifice. In paradise, the treasures of sacrifice cannot be found. You want to sacrifice something for Allah? You cannot. There's no need now. There's no life to be sacrificed as such. Death has finished. End of the story. Death has actually ended. There's no death now. If you want to sacrifice or be killed in the way of Allah, you cannot. That only can be done here. One rather does not give up anything for Allah, but in actual fact, everything one is gaining from Allah there, not giving anything back. वो यानी कुछ चीज़ें ऐसे हैं जो दुनिया में ही पाई जाती हैं, आखिरत जन्नत में भी आपको नहीं मिलेंगी, इसलिए उनकी कदर करें, इधर उनकी वैल्यू करें, वो जन्नत में भी नहीं मिलेंगी। कौन सी? एक फरमाया कि कुर्बानी, वहाँ कुर्बानी नहीं दे सकता बंदा। कुर्बानी दे सकता जब बंदे कोई अपोजिशन हो, कोई मुखालफत हो, कोई तकलीफ हो वगैरह वगैरह, फिर कुर्बानी दे सकता है बंदा। भाई मैं सैक्रिफाइस, मैं अपने पैसे सैक्रिफाइस कर रहा हूँ, मैं अपने जान को कुर्बान कर रहा हूँ, तो वहाँ क्या कुर्बान कर, वहाँ तो मौत ही नहीं है। That is why there is a hadith, in hadith शरीफ में आता है, when people will go in Jannah, they will have very high status. Some will say, will not be very, very happy. Angels will say, what's up with you? They say, we want to request Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because even in Jannah, as the day of Friday have passed, Imam Tirmidhi mentioned this hadith, that people of Jannah, they want to be with Allah, they want to meet Allah, they want to talk with Allah, they want to see Allah. But only this opportunity will given be on Fridays in Jannah. Ye jo Friday, people who value Fridays, they actually spend Friday in good deed, actually cleaning themselves, actually putting on good clothes, come into the masajid and fill that day with goodness. According to that, they will get the ziyarah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the mushahida of Allah and being with Allah, closer to Allah, according to that. Every day, every time this facility will not be in Jannah. Wo be once, meaning a while, meaning on Friday, Jummah. That will be the day when people of Jannah will be so happy that today we are going to meet Allah, the one who we used to worship, and now we worship. We used to say, Iyyaka na'budu. We used to say, La ilaha illallah. We proclaimed His glory, Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, our God. And now we can talk with Him. Now we can see Him. Now we can meet with Him. Now we can be in His presence. How happy the people of Jannah will be. But there will be a group who will be saying, Ya Allah, yes, there are a lot of blessings, even seeing you is greatest and the greatest of blessing. We want to go back in Dunya. Please send us back in the Dunya. Why do you want to go in Dunya? There is all these problems and difficulties, and it's a world of tests. They say that we are martyrs, we are shuhada. What we found, the pleasure, the closeness, and the enjoyment, and the privileges by giving our life for you, Ya Rabbal Alameen, we have not found that in Jannah even. Because in Jannah we can't give our lives. We can't, because death has also vanished, become non-existent. So value from this point of view, look at this world from this point of view. It's completely different dimension. It's completely new way to look at this dunya, that it's not forever. There are certain blessings, opportunities which are only available, and this is one of it is sacrifice. So next time when actually sacrifice matter comes, there's sacrifice of money or time, recognize this is only available here. You won't be able to give money to poor. Who will be poor in Jannah? So you have millions, billions, and you have bricks and bricks and mountains of gold and diamonds and things, but they value less for you now as such, because you can't give them in the way of Allah Jalla Majduhu. There is no one to. So here, recognize and appreciate if you can find a poor or a needy person. It's a great blessing. For him it is a test, it's a test for you, plus it's a blessing if you can help him. So that money lying in the bank, if it's just lying there for nothing, is not benefiting you. But if that pound can instill happiness in someone's heart, it has not only, it has a ripple, a domino effect, that not only pleasing him, that happiness, joy goes to angels, it goes to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala become pleased. But only if you spend, and if it's there, it's dead for you. And as the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, that people say, my property, I'll say to you, how much? Yeah, I have this much money, I have this much money, I have few cars, I have few houses, I have this, I have that. This is only, as they say, deceiving yourself. Why I have so much property, I have made this business empire here, there. The Prophet ﷺ said, the child of Adam says, my money, my this, my property is not his. It was, what's his is what he has eaten, what he has wore, and what he has sent to Akhirah or given in the way of Allah. That is really his. Rest is a deception. You're kidding yourself. Oh, I have 50 houses. You don't have. Yes, if you give 10 of them in the way of Allah, you can have. Otherwise, you can tell me, I have million houses. None, no, that million is going to stay. No, one is going to stay. But yes, if 1, 2 you are going to send, that is. So it said, like a person is fooling themselves. Because all these companies, McDonald's is a big company, Mercedes is a big company. Where are those people who invented them? Who actually came up with them, who set up them? Even people don't know them. Only names are there now, and those people, even now, maybe their grandchildren, maybe even they are not there. Now actually those things are there. and you are happy, this is a very good company. They thought it's our, it wasn't. So Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that actually the Ibn Adam, the child of Adam, says, my money is only yours, what you have used. What you have used on yourself or given it in the way of Allah Jalla Majduhu. So when opportunity is to give money, time, you cannot give time to Allah in Jannah. There is mentioned in the hadith, we want to pray, go in sajda. It will be said unto them, raise your head. Allah didn't need worship in dunya, nor He needs here. Just enjoy. Just enjoy yourself. What more you want? Ya Allah, we want to do sajda, worship. No, you cannot do that worship. That was only available in dunya. Now you can do 1 million years worship. It doesn't have that value. Because there's no distraction from shaitan, no distraction from nafs, no sleep, no tiredness, actually you may say the chores and other things of worldly things, old age and busyness and the time. There's no kind of restriction now. So no, you might end up worshipping million. Allah says, I don't need, you better enjoy yourself. I don't need it anyway. Yes, you could do it when you were in dunya. And me and you are there now. So be happy, privileged. Namaz ka waqt aage, any opportunity, any time which is free. Oh, I can do something which I won't even do in Jannah. Why not here? I have some extra money. I actually give in the way of Allah. And Allah has made it easy to give. That He says that if you give, you get back. But you have to have belief on that. You have to have belief on that. Rasulullah said that. And this is all pious, righteous people who are generous. Look at their lives. When they died, they were more rich. And all stingy people who were keeping together, neither they use themselves, nor actually they let others use. Actually now after their death, others will use. So, with Allah Azza wa Jalla, it's as though if I call any of you and I say, you give me in one hand and with the other hand I give you back. That is when you give in way of Allah. Allah is good. Allah does not have hand anything like us, but I am giving you an example that with His power, with His blessings, ways which we do not know, He returns back, multiplied. But we can't see. This is the test. We think we are giving, but actually we are receiving. That's what Sayyidina Usman Ghani radiallahu anhu said. Ya Rasulullah, I have so much wealth, I can't manage it even. It's quite difficult to manage. He said, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, stop giving in my way and your wealth will decrease. He said, well, I like in dunya, I want to be giving. This is one of my hobbies to help people. I want to spend. He said, then your wealth will not decrease because Allah's promise, whoever gives, because Allah is too generous to keep your money. You see, if you give a very rich man, let's say a person who is a zillionaire, and you give him £100, he would not like to keep it. Even if he keeps, he might give you thousands and thousands back. This person have shown a token of thankfulness. Why not actually bless him more? And who is Allah? He is not a millionaire or zillionaire. He is the creator of. He says, be, and paradises come into existence. He says, be, and light and gold and everything come into existence. And when you give something to him, you think he's going to hold back from blessing you? It's against the nature of Allah. He is Jawad, He is Wahhab. He even gives without you not giving anything to him. What about when you give? He is blessing even without actually you. So this is Syyiduna Imam Hussain radiallahu anhu, this one of the lesson which we had learned, that he was the wise, intelligent, he knew he cannot give this sacrifice in Jannah, he could not sacrifice children, his time, his energies, his life in Jannah. With this cannot be done. It is a blessing if it can be done here. It's a great privilege. Here you think if someone is worshipping, is obedience, he's giving his time, energy, money, people think, oh, this poor person, look, he's giving everything. But he is achieving. You should be envying him positively that you also want to be that person. Because as Imam Idris Awal from Morocco, he said that if you want to see an indication that what's your status with Allah Azza wa Jal, don't look at what Allah has given you, money, honor. That doesn't determine your status with Allah, because Allah gives to kuffar. If you want to determine, then consider what has Allah taken back from you. What has Allah taken back from you? How much money did He gave you? $1,000,000. Has He taken $500,000 back? Then you can say, I have some status. And he will say, oh, Alhamdulillah, I have so many cars, so much to eat. Firaun, Muslim, non-Muslim, Muslim, atheists, they all have, Allah Azza wa Jal gives dunya as such. It's not that status. So what is it? How much time Allah is taking back from you? Allah has given you 24 hours. So don't, oh, I have plenty of time to waste. No, you should look what Allah Azza wa Jal is taking back from you. How much time you're giving for deen, or people, or for Allah Azza wa Jal subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake, and this. This can give you indication that you can have some status with Allah Jalla Majduhu. How much energy, how much time, how much you have your talent, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking from you, back from you. That shows that Allah, you are a beloved of Allah. Allah is taking from you. And plus you are getting blessing. Second thing, mujahada. You cannot do mujahada in Jannah. There is no mujahada. There is no striving. Mujahada, meaning striving in the path of Allah, is only here. That's what Imam Hussain radiallahu anhu did. Greatest ever mujahid who ever lived. Because other mujahids have armies with them. This is one man army. Only family with him. And what did he do? He was against the system. Not Yazid as such. Yazid was representing that system which is unlawful and oppressing system upon the creation of Allah. He was against. So we should also be it Muslim, non-Muslim, whoever is oppressor, that's the lesson of Imam Hussain. We are against that person. Who is oppressed, he is Muslim, non-Muslim, whoever, we are with that person. As Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah sides with the oppressor even though he is a kafir. And he said that the dua of mazloom, oppressed person, Allah hears and is accepted even though he is non-Muslim. So Syyiduna Imam Hussain radiallahu anhu, that's what he was against, that Yazid is developing such a system that in which people will do sin and be away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the leader have gone astray, and then obviously the followers will go astray as well. So he wanted to cut. Otherwise, the deen would have not got to us in the same pattern, in the same form as we have now, if Imam Hussain did not stand up, because it could be corrupted. And now even as well, they try their best not to get his message. That's why you won't find many ahadith, or it is narrated from Imam Hussain that he said, Rasulullah, or narrated from Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Sayyidina Imam Hassan radiallahu anhu. They are but very, meaning not so many other. They try to block everything because their message was message of freedom, liberation, that we are not born to become enslaved to people and not born to enslave other people, but born to be free and set others free and bring them into the bondman and servanthood of Allah Jalla Majduhu. So mujahada is not in paradise. Yahi karna hai. To yahan think it's a blessing for you to do mujahada here. Third thing, tawbah. In paradise there is no sin, only in the dunya there is, and one is not really able to experience tawbah. So that's why Adam alayhi salam, to experience tawbah, he came on this dunya. Because of such there is no sin in Jannah. So tawbah means a treasure which is only found in dunya. Istighfar, mujahada, sacrifice. Then further it was said, in paradise one will have the vision of Allah. So to believe in Allah and the Prophet ﷺ will be absolute certainty, because you'll be seeing Allah, you'll be seeing angels, you're seeing the Prophet, you are seeing Jannah, you are seeing Akhirah. In dunya one can only reach a level of certainty and cannot see Allah, meaning the believing and unseen is only available in dunya. Yu'minuna bil ghaib. Ghaib par iman only in dunya. This is why when those who die in the way of Allah reach the akhirah and ask Allah to send them back just so they can die in the way of Allah again, it is a treasure that is not found in the akhirah. So here, because now everyone will be seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so you can't believe in the unseen now. You can't have iman bil ghaib in Jannah. That blessing is only here. Like one of the generals of the army of Kuffar in the time of Sayyidina Khalid ibn Walid radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he came and he wanted to repent. He said, if I accept Islam, will I be like you? Sayyidina Khalid ibn Walid said, you can never be like us. We have seen Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You will be above us because you have not seen the Prophet ﷺ. Your status is different. From that dimension, we cannot have that iman which you have. Iman, we have iman, we have seen Rasulullah ﷺ. We have a different status. But Rasulullah ﷺ even praised. He said that, blessed are those people who see me and have believed. And 7 times blessed are those people who have not seen me and believe in me. And he said, I wish to see my brothers. Sahaba said, are we not your brothers? He said, no, my brothers are those who believe on me when they have not seen me coming until day of judgment. They have never seen me and they have believed in me. I class them as my brothers. You are my companions. Because they believe in the unseen. And he said, on the pulpit of Madinatul Munawwara in Masjid Nabi, that I wish I could see my brothers. That I want to meet them. But obviously everyone will meet whoever is true to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Akhirah, in Jannah. But here, anyway, what I'm saying, the Iman bil Ghaib, only available here. These commodities, these products, Iman bil Ghaib, sacrifice, spending in the way of Allah, mujahada, leaving anything for Allah, doing anything for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mujahada, only available. So recognize, have you this privilege. When one understands this, then they realize, then they should realize how precious this time is of dunya. And how precious good deeds are. And how precious is to strive in the way of Allah. And how precious is to give in the way of Allah, to do mujahada, to sacrifice. The path for Allah contains all of these treasures and more. Meaning when one follows Tariqai Muhammadiyah, they are given all these treasures. Tawbah, mujahada are the conditions. Aqidah, iman bil ghaib is the condition. You see, that path is full with the diamonds of treasure. So reprogram yourself and wake up to this reality that you have certain things which are not in Jannah available here. Utilize them, and then there it will be the reward, and you will be actually just reaping the fruit of it. So this is the message of Syyiduna Imam Hussain radiallahu anhu, to know yourself and not to give in to Yazid or Shaitan or Shaitanic power. Know your identity and know that he didn't leave anything. Money, everything was he gave, taken. Life taken. Wives, children, relatives, property, even his body, even his head, even his sword, everything taken. Because he knew he's going in the way of Allah. We will not be able to give this in Jannah. Here we can.